With this video, let's begin talking about the actionable step for Napoleon Hill's sixth principle, which is planning and taking action yourself. And we'll start with business planning. It's a tricky topic, it's a long topic, and if you're a first-time entrepreneur, I would strongly advise that you get some kind of coaching or mentorship, because it's really easy to make mistakes. Because if you're a first-time entrepreneur, starting a business can be quite complicated and it's hard to get everything right. And when you're planning it, sure, everything sounds good because it's hard to get context because everything's the first time. Another thing that makes things complicated is when looking for experts or advisors, there's a lot of people out there who say, I know, I'm an expert, but they really don't know. So only work with people who have a proven track record of success, especially if they have success in your industry, accomplishing what you're trying to accomplish or something similar. And I don't know how far you've made it in my approach to business planning, but I generally start people with at least a 3-sentence business plan. And it can be that simple if you understand your business. The core of your business is your product. Take just 1 sentence to explain. Your most effective marketing strategies just takes 1 sentence to explain. And what I categorize as finances, which is how are you going to make money or how will you get profitable? And that's the beginning of your plan. Of course, you want to have a longer plan eventually, stronger, more elaborate plan, sure. But the idea behind all of this is that you lean towards action, because maybe the biggest problem is that a first-time entrepreneur is untested commodity, both for yourself if you're a first-time entrepreneur and for anyone else who's looking at you and evaluating your business. Because even you, if you're just planning your first business, even you don't know how much work you're going to put in. Of course, you're going to think, I'm going to put in a lot of work. But remember what Napoleon Hill found. Most people are good starters. They get excited, but they're poor finishers. And most people, chances are that if you're starting a business, that might be the case for you. I don't want to sound cynical, but it's just statistically speaking. So you have to test yourself. First and foremost, test yourself whether you are the type of entrepreneur who starts and perseveres versus the one who starts and gets discouraged. If you start and get discouraged, there's other things we can do. We can work on your motivation, on your productivity skills, on reversing your procrastination. But we don't know that we have to do that. And you don't know if you have to do that. So that's how we find out, is that we launch you into action earlier rather than later. And we don't want to overplan in this case, even though planning is fantastically valuable as well. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of theories to make your planning easier. First is Customer Development by Steve Blank. Steve Blank is a 3-time successful business owner. When I say successful business owner, he sold his companies for billions of dollars, and he's a Stanford Business School professor. So he's one of the most successful business people out there. He has this customer development theory, which basically says before you start a business, talk to some of your customers. Before you write a single line of code, before you create your website, talk to potential customers, get their take on it, see what they say. His student, Eric Ries, created this lean startup methodology, which is kind of built on top of ideas of Steve Blank, and that's the rapid prototyping. When you do start small. Eric Ries calls that the MVP, minimum viable product. Launch it, gather feedback, improve the product, launch it again, get feedback, and there's that cycle. We already talked about it. So you want to launch quickly and improve rapidly. Don't launch slowly. Don't wait too long. You've got to test yourself first and foremost. See how you are in action. And with that, let's wrap up this point by Napoleon Hill, because his next couple of points will be a little bit similar. So we'll be reinforcing some similar topics.